Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I'm a confidence coach for men and women with social anxiety. So I take guys and girls out into social situations and I mentor them on facing fears so they become more confident, and I also coach them on improving their conversation skills. And this is something that I'm incredibly passionate about, because I used to have crippling social anxiety as a teenager, and I really learned things the painstakingly challenging way. So I fully overcame social anxiety, but the truth is that it took me 8 to 9 years to actually do this. And if I knew then what I knew now, I could have made a complete transformation in 1 to 2 years. So basically, when I was 18 years old, I had crippling social anxiety and had done up until this point. And it was so extreme where I remember sensations of anxiety, stress and doom, basically in my chest and stomach, this tension, this burning tension. And it was so loud and so distracting that I could barely follow programs on TV. It was that level of craziness. And I remember in high school, to give you an example, so I sat next to this girl in maths class called Jess for an entire year, and I think I only spoke to her on one occasion because I was so quiet. So when I moved from Manchester to Birmingham at the age of 18, I'd kind of got to the stage where I'd had enough of being quiet and not being socially confident. So I decided that I'd become like Jim Carrey in Yes Man and basically say yes to every single social opportunity on offer as a way to push my own comfort zone and get more confident. And this definitely worked. This definitely made a difference. Even though I didn't quite have the direction and focus and understanding that I have now, it definitely made a world of a difference to me and took me from a crippling level to a level where I was still quiet and shy, but within the range of normal. So I made a massive difference through hard work over that space of time. And I remember I went out 4 times a week for 6 years on a consistent basis in the daytime, and this was in an attempt to find a girlfriend. So one of the problems that goes along with the social anxiety is not feeling confident meeting people and not feeling confident achieving a relationship, for example. So I basically watched videos on YouTube to get inspiration for things that I can do to get myself a nice girlfriend. This is when I was 18, and I literally went out in the daytime for several hours at a time, 4 times a week, and kept it up for 6 years. And in the end, after those 6 years, I did get myself a really nice girlfriend. And at the time, this completely shocked me, because it was outside of my range of experiences, and I couldn't believe it because she was very, very attractive and had a great personality as well. And I didn't really believe it. I was like, wow, this person's actually into me. That's crazy. Never experienced that before. And it was super nice. And we went out for about a year. And then COVID happened. And after COVID, I started to go out again to keep on pushing my comfort zone, developing social skills further, and meet someone new, because my girlfriend at the time, she'd finished a master's in Birmingham and went back to China. So I was going out and working on myself. And after 6 months, I got quite frustrated because sure, I'd made massive progress from my starting point, but I felt that I'd hit some sort of plateau I was at a level where I was in the range of normal, but I wasn't improving too much, and I was still finding it hard to get the dates through and meet people. So I sent a speculative email to a guy that I'd watched on YouTube for years. So nowadays he's known as confidence coach Jonathan, but he used to be known as Johnny Barber. So I sent him an email just after COVID times, saying that I was frustrated, I want to make massive progress, I want to get myself to a really, really good level of confidence and social skills. So I got coaching from this guy, and he was helping me to face fears and be super honest with every single person that I spoke to. And this completely transformed me. And in the space of a year, I'd gone from a stage where I was on the quiet side to notably confident, and just felt that, you know, I'd achieved all the goals that I really wanted to achieve in a social context. And I was at a stage where I was ready to teach other people. And it was crazy to me that I made more progress in that 1 year than 6 years by myself. Massively more progress in that 1 year. And it's because of the coaching, there was focus there. It was focused action taken from a place of honesty, facing fears, and it made such a world of a difference to me. And I was so inspired by this that I wanted to set up a coaching business and help out as many people as I can with social anxiety, conquer their fears and develop confidence, and shortcut the learning curve as much as possible. So I set up a business, got myself clients, and I've been coaching now for a year. And my coaching schedule's full. About 5 days a week I'm coaching, sometimes multiple people in one day, and people that I'm coaching really happy, they're transforming. You know, I see someone come along really, really shy and quiet, and suddenly 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, it's like they're a different person. They just light up in social situations, they put themselves out there, and they achieve things which they genuinely thought were beyond them. So I'm really excited to put out a program which I'm currently teaching clients on that I meet at events on YouTube. So this program is this 6-week social anxiety meetup program. And the premise for the program is as follows. So we set up goals for how you want to grow and develop in a social context. And we look at meetup events in Birmingham or the West Midlands in general. And I take you out to 6 different meetup events, one per week for 2 hours at a time. And I mentor you on stepping outside of your comfort zone, overcoming your social fears, and also developing your social skills at the same time so that you're more competent. So this is such a beneficial program, and it's going to help out any person who has social anxiety. It's going to get you so much more confident, and you'll just feel relaxed in these situations that would once greatly intimidate you. And from my perspective, I really have been there, done it, got the t-shirt. You know, I've been in these social groups in the past and felt completely overwhelmed, really, really anxious, stifled, frozen, at the stage where I could barely say one word in a social interaction, and got to the stage where I run events and help out lots of people. So the point is that I'm going to help you develop yourself in terms of confidence, and it's all from a place of honesty. So the whole time you're just being yourself, and really the process works like this. So on some level your brain believes that there's dangers in a social environment, so you might be under threat. And this is where fear comes in. So fear tries to protect you by making you close up and essentially isolate yourself from the group so that you don't stand out and nothing bad happens to you. So fear's there trying to look after you, which it's succeeding at doing, it's helping you to survive, but it also shuts down your charisma. It stops you from actually making friends, meeting someone nice, and enjoying yourself. And the key to overcome this fear is exposure therapy. And what this means is that collecting proof that you can put yourself out there, you can express the full range of your personality in all the different ways that you can do so, and nothing bad happens. You can handle it just fine. So the root of all fears is a belief that you can't handle the consequences of something going wrong. You can't handle your ego being crushed. You can't handle someone responding badly to you. You can't handle confrontation. The bottom line of all fears is a belief that you can't handle it. And the only way to really overcome the fear is to get the proof that you can. And of course, the exposure therapy is done in a smart way. And the best way is to be on the edge of your comfort zone. So you're challenged by the situation. You do genuinely find the situation scary and there is nerves in the system, but it's not so overwhelming where you're going to collapse. You're going to feel crushed. It's a challenge, but it's not too much. And an analogy that my mentor taught to me, which I like because it's simple and it's really, really clear. Fear facing is a little bit like going to the gym and lifting weights. And the bigger the fear, the more weight you've got on the bar. And when you're actually at the gym, so I was at the gym earlier today, you want to find a weight which is challenging, but you can actually lift it. If you have a crazy weight on the bar, you would just collapse under the bar, and it would be impractical. It wouldn't get you results. And at the same time, if the weight was super light and comfortable, it wouldn't challenge you. So of course, it wouldn't change you. So you need to be on the edge of your comfort zone where you're genuinely a bit scared, but you can handle it, it's okay. And you get used to that until that feels really easy and until that feels light. And when that feels light, you step it up a gear. And the idea from my point of view as a coach is to really get you facing all the different fears that come up so that you feel super confident in the environment after going through the practice. And of course it's hard work to face fears and build social skills. It's one of the most challenging things that anyone can do, and in my life it's the hardest thing that I've ever done. And I've done a PhD, built a business, but overcoming social anxiety was by far the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. But incrementally, step by step, it's possible to break things down and just continuously grow. And exposure therapy works in all contexts when you know how to do it. So even me right now, I'm very confident in many situations, but I still have situations that terrify me. I'm still afraid in certain contexts. But because I know the process of being honest and facing fears, I'm becoming confident in contexts that I was once scared in all the time. So even right now, there's a level of fear in the system. Doing a video in the park, I've definitely seen many dog walkers go past and had people pass in front of me, and it does provoke a level of fear. But if you watch my first YouTube videos, you'll see that I'm considerably more confident in front of the camera now than I was at the start. And this process is continuing through more and more and more exposure, because I keep getting proof that nothing bad happens when I put myself out there. So this is me developing my confidence in a new context. And in the same way, I have other fears, and I'm always looking to grow and develop my confidence by taking on those as well. Another fear, which one of mine that I personally have, is actually a fear of dancing. So I find dance floors very, very intimidating. Loosening up and moving on a dance floor is something which has always scared me. And for that reason, it's on my to-do list. This is the task for a different year, but to do some freestyle dancing and really face my own fears in this other context. So the point I'm making is that when you know the process of going from shy to confident in one context, you can apply it to all areas of life. And that is the beautiful thing. It's an endless journey. So my six week social anxiety meetup program is for any guy or girl who wants to develop confidence and improve their social skills. And you might think, well, this sounds interesting, Phil, but how can I trust you? Or how can I trust the process? How do I know this isn't a scam? And I understand that there's always going to be a healthy level of skepticism that people have. And the reason that I do things the way I do is because I'm genuinely a good coach. I've helped lots of people out and I've got nothing to hide. So a scammer would ask you to pay loads of money before providing value. That's what a scammer would do. But my business model is completely different. So what I do is I actually give you your first session completely free. No obligation to pay. You can just come along and I'll help you out for free for the first session. And then you can decide afterwards if you want to commit to the full 6-week program. So what we would do, if you're interested, drop me an email and we'll schedule a Zoom consultation so we can get to know each other. I can check that you're someone who I believe is suitable to work with, someone with good ethics, good values, because I only teach people who come from a good ethical and respectful place. And we would set goals that you want to achieve in a social context. Then for the first session, we would pick a meetup event in Birmingham, and you can travel down to Birmingham. I'll meet you at the station and we'll go to the meetup. And this is the taster session. And for the 2 hours for free, I'll help you get more confident and improve your social skills by mentoring you during the meetup event. And then afterwards, if you enjoy the event and you can appreciate the value that you're getting from the mentorship process, you can then decide to commit to my full 6-week program, which is currently £500. And the idea is that because you'll make significant progress in the 6 weeks, and you'll also understand the pathway and the process, you'll be able to continue on making more progress, more progress, more progress, and you'll just continuously be on the right path. The kind of path where within the space of 3 months to a year, you can be a completely different person, as opposed to the long-winded path where you're trying to transform and it ends up taking you 8 to 9 years. So I want to make it as fast as possible and also make it fun as well. So if you're interested in me personally coaching and mentoring you as part of this program, drop me an email, and as I said earlier, we'll chat on Zoom. And I'm really excited to meet more people and help them out with this process. I'm actually coaching a guy tomorrow on this same program, so I'm really looking forward to helping this guy out. Someone that I met at an event, really nice person. and wants me to be a steady hand in social situations and help him be more composed, speak clearly, be more confident, not feel so stressed out. So I'm going to be helping this guy tomorrow, and I can honestly say, on a professional level, from the perspective of someone coaching, for me this is my purpose in life, helping people out with social anxiety, and my ambitions are honestly to become the best coach in the world, and I'm fully prepared to keep putting the work in, and in the next 5 to 10 years I want to be the absolute creme de la creme, best confidence coach in the world. Right now I'm at a stage where I'm getting people results, people are transforming, I'm still transforming myself. So if you want to catch me while you can, and you want to benefit from my 6-week coaching program, drop me an email, and I really look forward to meeting you on the Zoom call and seeing how I can help you grow in confidence and get the social skills on point. So if you enjoyed this video, I would also appreciate you subscribing to my channel and hitting like, so I can keep getting my channel ratings up and reach more people. I want my YouTube to grow in the same way that my meetup events have grown, and I look forward to putting out more content and helping more people out. Have a fantastic rest of your day.